Welcome back everyone. Am I audible properly? Those who are joining online,
This meeting is being recorded.
so in the last session we started Spring's web module, and in that also at first we have seen what is web MVC. We are not talking about Spring Web MVC, we are just dealing with web MVC, and it stands for Model View Controller. It is a design pattern. And what is design pattern? Design pattern simply means that it provides a structured way to solve something or build any application. There are multiple type of patterns, that is singleton, factory, DAO, web MVC. Others are also there. This is what we are going to discuss here. MVC. M stands for model, and model represents the data. Whatever data you are working on is known as model. Then V stands for view. Whatever front end you are having is known as view. And C stands for controller, the backend logic. And this is how MVC work. Client sent a request. At first it will go to controller. Controller will check that if it requires, it will send that to model. Model will check it requires database connection. Then request will go to database. Then it will come back, and then controller will create a view and view will be returned to the client. That is how MVC works. And we were building a project for it. But before project, we should have a understanding of servlets as well. Okay. If you have worked with servlet, then fine. If you have not worked with the servlets, then you can understand here. Servlets. On the same hand, we'll start the Eclipse as well. Let's understand servlets. If you understand the things clearly, any application has three parts. First comes as the front end part, which is visible to the user. User can check what is written here, how it is written, like that. Then comes your backend part. Then comes your backend part. And then at last, the storing unit database will be there. Now, in this entire scenario, who will be transporting the data? Now, let's say in the front end, this is your front end, which is displaying one contact form or which is showing one registration form, something like this, with the email field and with the password field. Now just try to understand that you went to any application and you have started typing these things. You have typed your email address, you have typed your password. Now technically these values should travel to backend, and then backend will process it and send them to database. But how these values are actually traveling? What is the working principle behind them? So Java provides you one interface that is called servlet. Now, my logic is very simple. Whatever you are learning, read its documentation. A servlet is a small Java program that runs within a web server. Servlet receive and respond to requests from web client, usually across HTTP. Now this becomes the definition of servlet, that it is a small Java program. What it is? It is a very small Java program. What it will do? It will accept the request and give the response. So simple. It will just accept the request and give the response. Now, whatever this definition is written, we will try to understand this. We'll go back to here. Let's say this is a login form. You are trying to log in here. What you are doing? You are trying to log in. So you will type your email address, you will type your password, and you will give a request that verify my email address and password. The request will go to the backend. Who will take this request? Servlet. Servlet will be a small Java program which will be taking your request to the server, because server will manage all the things. So your servlet is there which will take your request, and by request I means that it will take your email address, it will take your password and give those values to backend. Now backend knows what to do. Controller will be working there. Controller will check that if there is any user of this email address and password available or not. So the communication will flow in the same way. The communication will flow in the same way. Database will return to the backend part, and your backend will give a response to the user, or you can say client. So servlet is a game of request and response. So if we have to create a very simple architecture for servlets, if this is a client, if this is a client and this is a embedded backend, this is your embedded backend. Embedded backend means it has controller also and database also. So I am considering it as one unit, that it is a controller also, means inside backend controller is also there and database is also there. So at first client will send a request every time. Client can never give the response. Client will always send a request to the server. You can keep it as a backend server. Here client is sending one request to the server. Server will do the processing, whatever the request is, and server will give one appropriate response to the user. What it will give? It will give a appropriate response. Here, servlet is responsible for taking a request from user and sending response to the user. Just for a mention that servlet is an interface in Java which is a small program. Now this is what servlet is. If you read that particular servlet interface or more, to implement this interface, you can write a generic servlet that extend jakarta.servlet.generic servlet. This is also an option that you can do it. Other options are also there. Now, it has one void in it method. It is having one get servlet config method. It is having one get servlet info method. It is having one destroy method. What it is having? It is having one destroy method. Now the same way we have web servlet. Okay, we have to import it. Don't worry. So this is how servlet works. Just for a communication. Who will build the communication here? Directly communication cannot be built. Internally or externally, servlet will be working on between them. So that is how actually a servlet works. Now that is only you need to know about it. Rest I hope you done in the advanced part. Now let's try to build the project. So if you were absent yesterday or you just missed it, whatever, we'll do it again. We'll not force it. Even we didn't maintain the documentation. So at first, the first step is simple. You have to create a new dynamic web project, and I will change it as the step 1, build a dynamic, and it is not related to Spring. This is just because you haven't done any servlet project. That's why we are doing it. So build a dynamic web project with dynamic web version as 3.0, and it is necessary, otherwise you will get errors. Even now I will show you. So let's start. File, new, and here I will create a dynamic web project. You can search it here, that is dynamic web project. We'll just click on next. Project name you can keep anything. Last time we keep login sign up. Here you can keep anything. Let's say users validation or users validation. I'm just keeping like this. Now here you will see that dynamic web module version, this one. By default it can come anything. You have to keep it 3.0 strictly. If you are keeping 3.1, 3.2, possibility that you will be hitting with some of the errors. So here 3.0 version we have done. We'll just click on next and finish. So here you will get one project. This one you can see user validation. It's an empty project. You will not get anything inside this. The structure will come like this. So that is how your folder structure will come like this. Inside this, you have to open this src main and web app folder like this. That is your second step. You have to test this application. So as a step 2, in src main web app, create a html file as index.html. Remember the steps. In the web app folder, I will create a new HTML file, index.html. You can keep a very basic code. So yesterday only I have written the code, same I will copy paste. In the third step, configure Tomcat in your project and run the project on server. This is your third step. So in this users validation, I will right click, run as, run on server. Yesterday only I have configured the version, so I'll just go with the same. And we are getting the output. User validation, sign up login page is not there. We'll just create them. In the next step after running, in the step 4, what you have to do in src main web app folder, create two HTML file, and those two HTML files should be signup.html and login.html, and give their hyperlink in index.html, means just interconnect them. So in the web app folder, I will create the same file, that is signup.html, and one more file as login.html. Yesterday only we created the content, so I will just copy paste. We'll restart the app. Generally, whenever you are making any change in HTML, means the static part, there is no need to restart. But when you are changing it in controller, there is a need. So here, this is our how to configure Tomcat. Who is asking this question? Nitin. Did you attended yesterday's class? That's why you are asking. Did you attended advanced Java classes? Hmm. So wait, I will tell it later now. So here we have done the user validation. We are able to go to the login page. From login page, you can see that if you are not a registered user, you can click on sign up. You will come to the sign up page. If you are already registered, you can go to the login page, and then home page is visible like that we are doing. Now this sign up page is having four field. First field is for email ID. Second field is for password. Third is for name. Fourth is for age. And then you have a submit button to submit the values. Now you have to create a controller for it. That becomes your next step as well. I'll keep it at same. Once you have done all these things, in step 5, you can create a login sign up form, which will be your step 5. Create the login and sign up form in their respective file. Until now we have not done anything very special. It's just very simple thing we are doing. Once this part is done, now we will start writing the controller part. If you check the sign up file, there is a form. Just focus on this form only. Rest everything is static. This form is having one action. Create all small, user u capital, means it will be a method kind of thing. Create user, and method is equals to post, means it will post the data. Now there is a submit button. Now this is a specialty of the form tag, that if you are creating a button inside it, by default it becomes the submit button. So whenever you are hitting this submit button in the sign up form, this create user will be called. So here if I am hitting this submit button, you can see that in the link it is calling someone as create user. And we don't have any servlet which is requesting this data. Now, what is the case going on in this particular situation? This is our condition here. I'll just show you. This is our particular case. Now, the mapping of this form is action of this sign up form is create user. So whenever we are pressing submit button, it will find the same corresponding servlet, or you can say controller. It will find the same servlet or controller. Generally your controller will be a servlet only here, because your form is hitting something as create user. Now you should have this controller. For that, that becomes your next step as well. Step 6, that is in src main java folder, create a java class and name it as sign up controller, because this class will control the sign up. So this is what you have to do as the next step, because this is what the requirement is. The action of this particular form is written something to the create user. We'll go back. Now in src main java, you can create a package that is com.users.controller, and inside this controller package I will create my class that is sign up controller. So here we have created the controller which will control the sign up request. But if I go back and again I will hit the submit button, again it will say that I cannot find anything as create user. That becomes your. Now if you check this java class, it is a normal java class, right? There is nothing inside this. There is one package, there is one class. So you have to write one annotation here. I will say that this is not a normal. So I will try to keep a annotation like this. That is web servlet, and you will get error on this particular part. To fix this error, I will explain it and I will maintain it as well. In the step 7, annotate the sign up controller class with at the rate of web servlet. You have to write at the rate of web servlet and whose servlet it is. This is the servlet of sign up, and sign up is requesting create user. So you should write the same thing, that it is the servlet of create user, right? Servlet, and whatever action you are performing there, same will become your servlet name. Like this you have to do. And there is a possibility in this particular section that you will be getting an error, and it is 100 like 99% sure. For solving this error, we'll say there is a chance that you will get error. To solve this error, right click on your project and click on properties. So right click on your project, and by default you will not get the properties option. So it is, you have to scroll it down. So you will get a properties option. Once you got the properties option, you have to go to project facets, like this one, project facet. You have to check 2 3 things there. First, your dynamic web module version should be 3.0 or 3.0 because we have selected it by default. And then click on project facets. Click on project facets. Once you have clicked on project facets, check the dynamic web module version. It should be 3.0, like this. This is the first thing that you should check. Second thing that you should check is click on runtime. So here you will be seeing something as this runtimes. This one. Click on this, select your Tomcat and apply. Apply, apply and close. So you have to do like this. And after that you can press Ctrl Shift O to import the package and your error will be removed. Click on runtime and select your Tomcat server. Click on apply and close. That's it. After that, in the sign up controller, press Control plus Shift plus O, and it will import all the packages. Web servlet requires a server because it is a server programming. So once you have created the sign up controller, and now we have written a annotation here, that is slash create user. Now we will restart our application. We'll go to sign up page and we'll hit the submit button and you will get a error, and error will say com.users.controller.signup controller is not a servlet. Now your server is telling you that yes, we got one class which is accepting our create user request, but this is not our servlet. Now your server is telling you that yes, we got one class which is accepting our request, but it is not a servlet. For that, you have to extend HTTP servlet. Your sign up controller class should extend HTTP servlet. That yes, now this sign up controller class is not a Java class, it is a servlet. Which servlet? HTTP. What do you mean by HTTP here? HTTP means that whatever data is going and coming will travel over HTTP. Do we have something else other than HTTP? No? We have FTP, file transfer protocol. We have TCP, transmission control protocol. We have lot of TP. So we will again go to sign up and we'll press the submit button. This time error is removed. Another error is there that HTTP method post is not supported by this URL. Now it is telling that okay, now your class is accepting our request, fine. Your class is a servlet also, fine, but it is not accepting the data, means posting the data to this is not valid. So here in the next step, that is your step 8, convert sign up controller class to a HTTP servlet by extending it. So then your class will be like this with the annotation at the rate of web servlet, and it is accepting mapping for create user public class sign up controller, and it should extend HTTP servlet. You have to do like this. Okay. Once it is done, now you can implement the, or you can say you can override the method. Override. Now here we will override one of the method of HTTP servlet. Before that, we will see what method it provides us. So this HTTP servlet, it extends the generic servlet and it has these method: void init method, it has do get method, it has do head method, it has do post method. Our sign up form is posting the data. So inside this class, we should create the same thing. That is how it is written there. Protected void do post. Same way. Protected void do post method. Now this method we are overriding, and it works on two things. First is HTTP request, HTTP request, request. You can give any parameter to it, like HTTP servlet request. HTTP servlet request. That if you are calling this method do post, you have to give two parameter. One parameter of type HTTP servlet request, and second parameter you have to provide in the form of HTTP servlet response. HTTP servlet response. Request and response, like this. And this method will throw exceptions. We'll add that later. No problem. So like this, we are getting this method now. Very good. Now we will restart our application and we will check how submit button is working now. Sign up, submit. This time no error. This time we are not getting any error. It means that everything is fine. Console also not showing any error. Very good. Now slowly we will cover up the things. I will do something here. I will print uh, sorry, system.out.println request. Try to understand what I am doing here. In the do post method, I am printing the request. We'll go to our application, refresh, it is working. I will write some of the values here, some random values, and I will hit the submit button. Obviously, we will not get anything here. Request dot cascade. So here we are getting something like this. Means whatever submit you are hitting there, it is getting accepted by Java. What if I am trying to print this request into a string format, that request dot to string? So we'll start it again, means already it is started. We'll go back, we'll refresh some random values, submit, and here we got the same kind of values again. It means that whatever you are writing there is actually coming inside this request. This request is the object of HTTP servlet request, which has all the values. Now, how many values you are sending from the sign up page? At first, you are sending email. By the way, I don't know you know this or not. This input box doesn't matter what is the type, email, password, text, number, and it by default gives the string value. You can change it later, but as we are working only on the string values, so you should accept all those four values. At first, in the next step, we have to override the do post method. That is your step 9, I think. Override the do post method. So you have to write at the rate of override protected void do post, and it takes how many parameters? Two parameter. First is HTTP servlet request, which will be coming to it, and second HTTP servlet response, which will be going from it. Response. So you have to override it like this. Okay. Whatever values you are posting from there, accept those values here. So at first string email is coming. String email equals to, there will be one string email, there will be one string of password, there will be one string name, and age also we are taking as a string only, not as number. But you should take it as number, as this is a test project, that's why we are not doing it here. String email. Now who will give the value of email? So whenever as a user I am typing these values and hitting the submit button, one request is getting created, and that request object has all the values. So the value of email I will ask from this request only, like this: request dot get. Now here it becomes a little bit of confusing. So I will say that string of email, and how it will be coming, it will be coming from request. For that we will check this particular section first: http servlet request, and it is a interface which extend the servlet request. Scroll down, it will take the auth type. In string it will take the cookies, it will take the header, get header, it will take the again header name, and get method, get path info. So lot of method it will be having. Now what I want is, I want that one particular value. What I want, I just want that particular value. Where is that value? So go back in this request. Request, you just try to write like this: request dot get. And here you will see lot of get are there: get method, get protocol, get this lot of things you are getting here, right? Like this. Now how should I know that it is my particular email address? So no need to memorize something. I will remove that. And let's say if you are hitting request dot get, you will be seeing something as this: get header. By the way, it is not the thing here. If you are doing this, after that I will just print this email to the console like this: request dot get header. Now if you have worked with APIs, you might be knowing about this curl. Or if you don't know about curl, you will be knowing about method body, or you can say API body. API body. Generally, if you are working with the API of any chat application or like chat GPT, or so, they will have these things. We will discuss it while building the APIs. Now we are just doing it. Let's start the application. Again, we'll do sign up. We'll write some email value and submit. So here we are not hitting with any particular error. Let's check the console. Here null is coming. It means that whenever we are hitting that one particular section, it is not working properly here, because you are trying to get the headers here. What you are doing, you are trying to get the headers here. Now, you should not take the header. Header means the API headers. And when we are printing the entire request, then also we are not getting anything. How can we check it? Now, let's say if you want to learn it by yourself, you don't want to, even if I'm writing that one method directly, you will remember it. But if you want to learn it, so just open this. Same thing, that is HTTP servlet request interface. Now, inside this, try to check if you have some particular method and read them. There is one get auth type method. What it will do, it will return the name of authentication scheme to use to protect the servlet. Then you have get cookies. Now you can read all these particular methods. Generally you will have very less methods here, like very less, but you can read them. Then here you will have get header, return all the values of specified request header. Now you can say that this is something which we can use. Again scroll down, you have something as get headers, again get headers, and like that you are having. So I will suggest that if you are learning something, you can try this particular method, that is I have done. Right now, inside this only, you will have something as get. Okay, no problem. This interface is extending HTTP servlets, or this servlet request. Now we will check this servlet request. You have to deep dig everything. And there you will get one method, that is get parameter. And what it will do, returns the value of a request parameter as a string or null if the parameter does not exist. You should only use this method. Now we got the same thing, that get parameter. How we did? At first we followed this interface. We didn't got any method here. But this interface is extending servlet request. Then we opened the servlet request. So that is how I have learned the thing actually. Let's go back, and here I will write string email equals to request dot get parameter. And in parameter, what I have to provide. If you forgot again that what you have to provide here, no worries. Just open the same thing again. That is servlet request interface. Inside that we have get parameter. You have to provide the string name, that from where your value is coming. That is why in the sign up page, to all the input box I have given some of the name. The same name you have to write there. So I will write here that this email will come from a field, and the field name is email there. And after that we are printing the email to the console. Let's check it once. We'll run it on server, start, finish. Sign up, we'll hit some email and submit. And we got our email ID. Same way you can accept all the field from the request. That request dot get parameter. What is the field name there? Password. Name equals to request dot get parameter, then username, and age is equals to request dot get parameter and age. First, you can check if all the values are coming properly or not. So one by one, I will print all the things with a space. Password plus name plus age. Start the application. Sign up. We'll write some values here. Submit. And here we got all the value. This is email address, this is password, this is name, and this is age. So we are getting all the values. Now values are traveling as a request. After taking these values to the input box, I can attach required attribute so that empty values are not going into database. Required, all the things I have kept as required. Now we will do very simple thing. So here we have done this part. This is just optional, no need to print anything on the console. In the next step, that is your step 10, accept all the user values from servlet request in do post method. For that, you have to do like this. Now, this is the registration page where user will register. So these values should go to database. Yesterday we created any database or not? I forgot. I think we created database and table both. User, I think user only I created. This one only. So I created a user database and a table in the same way. If you check the description of this table, email, password, name, age, all are string only. That becomes your next step. Step 10. Create a new database and inside database create a new table as per the format of your sign up form. How your sign up form is looking, you have to create the table in the same way. Means a string like that. Now, if you want to send the values to database, we need database connection, right? We need database connection. So same step we will do here. As we want to perform CRUD operations on database, then we need the connect driver for database. So and configure download and configure the driver for your database. As we are on MySQL, so I will do the same thing. We'll go to Maven repository, MySQL connector J. Now you will be thinking that it gives us dependency, right? Right? You will be thinking that where I will paste it, pom.xml is not there. If you see clearly jar, right? Same website will give you jar file also. So if you just click on this jar file, it will download a jar file for you. Very simple step. So no need to go anywhere. And my jar file is downloaded now like this. We'll go to project, right click on your project, then click on the build path and then configure build path. Click on libraries, then class path, add external. I hope you know all these steps. I will just do it, apply and close. Now there is one thing, you can create a connection in the same class, sign up controller, but you will need connection in login class also, right? So why you are writing it again and again? Let's do one thing, create a connection in separate class. So what we will do is, in src main java, create a class for database connection, and it should have one method which is returning the connection. So simple way, in src main java, or like in the same package, I will create a class. class Class name like db connection, and whatever your steps are, you can do those steps. Here I will create a public method name is get connection, or you can say create connection, and this method should return the connection only. So return type will not be void or int, return type will be connection only. Connection, like this. In the class level, I will declare one connection con equals to null, by default null value, and here you will return con, like this. Now you can do the same thing. So here I will do class dot for name. You can provide com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver, and you can add try catch here or throws, like that you can do. Class dot for name, and then we will create a connection. So we'll say con dot, or you'll say con equals to driver manager. You can import dot get connection. Here you can provide the URL as per your database. JDBC colon MySQL colon double forward slash localhost colon 3306. User is my database name. Okay. Comma root is my password, comma root is my username and password, like that. And then I'm returning the con. So you have to create the class like this. I will give you the code also. Now this class will be used everywhere to get the connection with database to perform the CRUD operations, like that. Now connection we are getting, we will go to sign up controller. We are getting all the values in email, password, name and age, right? We are getting all the values. Why don't we post these values to database? First we need connection. So in this method I will create the object of db connection class. db connection dbc equals to new db connection. It is nothing to do with spring. That's why we'll create object like this. And here we will create connection con equals to dbc dot create connection like this. And you can add, surround it with try catch. So we'll do it here. Okay. What happened? Okay, bracket problem. Okay. Now what we will do, connection we got, as this is a class not found exception, so you have to use try and catch here. After getting the connection, I will create a query here. I will write using prepared statement. So prepared statement ps equals to connection dot prepare statement. I will prepare one statement here that insert into users. You have to write the column name. Column name is email, then password, then after in database we have name and age, then name and then age. Insert into users these columns values and values will be question mark, question mark, question mark and question mark. So like that you have created one statement. Now inside this only we will create the values. Inside this only we will create the values. ps dot set string for which column? First column means you are telling that from where the first question mark value will come. So 1 and its value will come from this email. So you can set all the things like this 2, 3, 4, 2, 3 and 4. Second is password. Third is name and fourth one is age. After that you can execute the statement that is ps dot execute update. ps dot execute update. Now it is done. We will restart our application and we will try to send one. There is one error here and that is a very hidden error. I will tell you. We'll go to sign up. We will write the values here. Submit. Here no error, but here error. Class not found exception. That is the only hidden error here. We have loaded the MySQL connector that you can check in the reference libraries section. It is coming properly. Then why it is not able to find the class? Let me first maintain the documentation. So after doing this, add the logic of creating user inside do post method. For that, this is the code that you have to write. Okay, now the hidden error will say that there are two peoples who is using the MySQL connector. One is your Java project, second is your server. So you have to copy paste the same jar file in one folder. That is your src main web app folder. In web app also you will see this web inf folder and then lib folder. Means library of a web server. There are two libraries here. One belongs to Java, one belongs to web server. Copy, paste, copy and paste the driver of database inside where src main web app, then web inf and then lib folder. Mandatory. I'll copy the connector and paste it inside the lib folder. So you will get it like this. Okay, like this you will get. Restart the application. So again we'll try to do sign up. We'll write the values. Now it is taking time and then it is showing the white page. And here also we are not getting any error. Go back to database, use select asterisk from users, and we got the values here. Now you will see that here it is updating the values, it is writing the values, but on the front end white page is coming. Why this white page is coming? It should go somewhere. You have done the sign up, you have done the sign up, go to login page. So after doing this execute update, I will say now I will send one response to the user. So response dot send, we'll first stop this. Response dot send redirect. Send redirect to which page? Login.html page. That after executing the update, go to login.html page. And here if you are getting any error, in that way we will create response dot send redirect, and then we will redirect to one page, that is error.html. However, we don't have that page, but if you are getting any at that time you can create it like this, but here we will not create. After doing the sign up, we are sending the user to login.html page. Let's start the application. You can design it, you can take any number of values, that doesn't matter. We'll submit the values. It took some time and we came to the login page. We will check our database now and we got the values here. So sign up logic is working fine now. Sign up logic is working fine. Same kind of logic will be there in the login page as well. So same form I will copy paste in the login page as well. So like this. Now listen here. Login form action will be create user. No, validate the user. That you are trying to validate the user. Method will be post because you will send the values back again. Method equals to post. Here you will only take email and password. And this is your login page now. Let's start the application now. Directly we will do login because sign up we have already done. Login page is still not coming properly. Okay, now we got it. We will give the design of this particular thing. So form, label and input. Now this is how our login page is coming. Email ID is shankar@gmail.com. Password is Sandeep. Whatever, we will just write the same thing. So here I will write shankar@gmail.com. Password is Sandeep. I will hit the submit button. It's not available. Means this validate user is not available. There is no controller for it. Same way, same step repeated. So we should have a controller for it. That will be the login controller class. Login controller class. Whose request it will accept? It will accept all the requests web that are coming from slash validate user, and it is a what it is HTTP servlet. It is a HTTP servlet. We'll go back, refresh, write some values here, fill some password and submit. This time again user, okay, we have made the change in Java code, so we have to restart it. Submit. And here post method is not supported here, means request is going properly there. Request is going properly there. Now when request is going properly, do post method override. We will override protected void do post method, and here HTTP servlet request HTTP servlet response like this. Now what we will do, two things are coming from the controller from login, that is string email is coming. So request dot get parameter name is email only, and string email equals to request dot get parameter of password. Password, and here it should be password. Now We'll do the same thing again. We need a connection to check the values and all those things. So we'll mention. So how we will mention? At first we need the object of db connection class. db connection dbc equals to new db connection class, and here we will open the connection. So connection con equals to dbc dot create connection. You can surround it with try and catch. Now we will write a statement here. Let's say I want to write a query. I will say select from, or let's say select asterisk from users where now I want two things to be matched, email and password. So I will write where email equals to, directly I will write that email is equals to shankar at the rate of gmail.com. We got value, but what I want is both the things should match, email and password. So how I will write that query? Same way, select asterisk from users where email and is supported or not. And and password is equals to Sandeep or whatever the password is. So we are getting the user, same prepared query I will write there. So prepared statement ps equals to con dot prepare statement, and statement I will say select asterisk from users, select asterisk from users where email equals to something and password equals to something. Like that we are preparing one statement, and here we will try to write the values as well, that ps dot set string 1, and we will hit email here, and ps dot set string 2 column, and the value is password. Which method is there by prepared statement to select the values? It's from JDBC. I have to answer this. Which method is there if I want to check the values that, or I want to select the values? Execute query. Okay, so let's say if I'm writing here that ps dot execute query, what will be the return type of this method? Result set, right? Result set will be the return type. So I can accept the same thing here. I will say that result set rs like this. And what we will do as of now, we will just print the result set to the console, and we'll print like this. Restart the application. Login logic actually we'll do tomorrow, because we will create one dynamic page as well. All these pages are static pages. Login, we'll just go and type the values, submit. It is taking time. Here no error, we'll check console, and on console we got the error. Operation not allowed for a result set. So why you said that type this particular thing will work? We'll see this tomorrow now, that how we can write the login logic whenever you are trying to check the things. Okay. This part we will do tomorrow now. In that we will, you know what we will do? If you are trying to log in as Shankar, there will come a page, home page, which will be a home.jsp page, which will be your home.jsp page. JSP means Jakarta server pages or Java server page, means that page will be created by server, not you. If Shankar is doing login, the message will come as welcome Shankar. If some Rohit is logging, message will come as welcome Rohit. If some Puja is logging, then message will come as welcome Puja. Like that it will come. Okay. So that is what we are going to do here. Welcome page, which will be rendered by the server after doing the login. Okay. That's for tomorrow. And it is nothing to do with Spring. Spring is very easy. Whatever we are doing here is automated in Spring. But you should understand this entire game working of servlet, because in Spring there is one thing that is called front controller, or you can say dispatcher servlet. There, this particular part is the main part, dispatcher servlet. So we are preparing base for that. Okay. Fine, guys. We'll connect again tomorrow. Have a nice time, everyone. Bye bye. Take care. You can leave.